Meanders are sweeping curves or bends in a river that are formed by the continuous processes of erosion and deposition. These features typically develop in the middle and lower courses of a river, where the gradient is gentler, and the river has more energy to erode laterally rather than vertically. The formation of meanders begins with the slight bends or irregularities in the river's course. As water flows around these bends, it moves faster on the outer edge of the curve and slower on the inner edge. The faster-moving water on the outer bend has more energy, leading to greater erosion through processes like hydraulic action and abrasion. This erosion deepens and undercuts the outer bank, forming a river cliff. Conversely, the slower-moving water on the inner bend has less energy and deposits the sediment it carries, creating a gentle slope called a slip-off slope. Over time, the continuous erosion on the outer banks and deposition on the inner banks exaggerate the bends, making the meanders more pronounced. The river channel thus becomes a series of S-shaped curves. As the meanders develop, the neck of the land between the loops becomes narrower. Eventually, the river may erode through the narrow neck during a high-flow event, such as a flood, creating a new, straighter channel. When this happens, the meander loop is cut off from the main flow of the river, forming an oxbow lake. The water in the newly cut-off loop becomes stagnant and may gradually fill with sediment, transforming into a marshy area or completely disappearing over time. The creation of meanders and oxbow lakes exemplifies the dynamic equilibrium of river systems, where erosion and deposition continually reshape the landscape. Meanders, with their distinct curves, highlight the river's lateral erosion capability and its tendency to seek the path of least resistance. Oxbow lakes serve as evidence of the river's evolving course, marking former meander paths that the river has abandoned in favor of more efficient routes. The interplay of these processes is crucial for understanding river dynamics. Erosion on the outer banks and deposition on the inner banks of meanders result in the gradual migration of the river across its floodplain. This not only changes the river's course but also contributes to the development of fertile land, as nutrient-rich sediments are deposited during flooding events. The formation of oxbow lakes, meanwhile, reflects the river's natural tendency to straighten its course over time, a process that enhances the flow efficiency and reduces the energy expenditure. In conclusion, meanders and oxbow lakes are significant river landforms that demonstrate the river's ability to continuously alter its path through the processes of erosion and deposition. Meanders form as the river erodes the outer banks and deposits sediment on the inner banks, creating a series of curves that can become more pronounced over time. When a meander is cut off, an oxbow lake is formed, marking the old course of the river and highlighting the dynamic nature of river landscapes. These features illustrate the river's ongoing interaction with the surrounding environment, shaping the land through which it flows and creating diverse and fertile ecosystems.